Shill.
A shill for sure. It's true. It's true. Blow up the balloons, everybody. Blow them up. Like, blow them up with helium, set them free, and then blow them up with Sidewinder missiles, because that's what we do, because this is America, and it is Chris Shillzilla's birthday!
Yay!
Yes.
I'm waiting for the balloons here. Where are the balloons, Twitter?
That's right.
There they are.
You know it is his birthday, because when you visit his Twitter page, balloons float up from the bottom of the page to the top of the page. It's very exciting. I did not know that was a feature of Twitter. Is that an Elon edition, or is that always
I
happened?
had that on my birthday a couple weeks ago. I went to my Twitter account and balloons popped up, and I thought, wow, how appropriate. The weaponization continues.
Indeed.
Yep.
So fun. Yes, balloons, the most important thing in the world. Yep. So for those who might be new to our program here, Chris Shillzilla, we've been following him for many years. We have a very complicated relationship. He was sort of, editor at large was what was on the name card, but he was sort of the out of the office, online correspondent, usually for politics, but he also tried his best to cover some sports. I don't know. Maybe he did a great job. I'm not a sports guy. I don't know. But he was one of the most recent casualties over at CNN with the new ownership, the new change of philosophy. They're trying to move away from punditry and opinion-based journalism.
They didn't like his bong thoughts, his whole podcast experiment over there.
Welcome to Bong Thoughts with Chris Shillzilla.
Mr. Lova. Lots of meatballs, delicious.
Chris, we're going to offer you a lot of birthday presents today, and one of them is this idea for your new podcast. Yes, Downside Up, by the way, is a CNN-owned property. The podcast that Chris Shillzilla hosted for about 3 months.
So he couldn't take it with him, huh?
No, I don't think so.
I was playing CNN clips just now, not Chris Shillzilla clips. I apologize, Chris.
Well, as we'll see as we look more into what Chris is currently doing, those lines between CNN and Chris Shillzilla are still a little fuzzy. And I think he's leveraging that quite well. But yes, his podcast, Downside Up, go listen to it. Take as much of it as you can, folks. September 15th is when it came out with the teaser, and then last episode was December 5th. 10 episodes. Did you lose me for a second?
I lost your video. You flew around the screen like you were excited about Chris. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, podcast listeners, which is 99% of you.
You just imagine Basil floating around the screen for just a second, and then he's returned.
No, don't imagine that. But imagine Chris Shillzilla. Poor guy. So yes, I don't think Downside Up is owned by him. It says CNN right on the podcast page. We've already talked about that, so we don't need to. But I will say the first of our birthday presents to Chris Shillzilla is he can take the Bong Thoughts opening music. Because, we are officially saying that, Chris, if you start a podcast called Bong Thoughts with Chris Shillzilla, you can use this music for free. You don't even need to credit us. People will find out. Now, he's, as I said, even before the inklings, when I think we are more in tune with the career of Chris Shillzilla than he even is. And I mean that in a positive light. No knock against him, but I mean, we've called every single move so far. And, we knew that he was going to need to go independent. That was his only option. Independent is the way to go for Chris. And he started moving in that direction. He started doing the podcast. He started, doing more YouTube. In fact, on January 25th or so, he started his YouTube channel.
Well, he's had his YouTube channel for a while. I think he started some new stuff on it. is what I understand.
Well,
because
according to his tweet, on January 25th, 2023, says, I am launching my YouTube channel today.
Yes.
You can watch the trailer here, my first episode here.
First episode.
You can also subscribe here.
Yeah.
So, of course, he's been on YouTube for a long time working for CNN, but I think this is his personally owned channel, which is good. He needed to do this. He should have started it long time ago, but who knows? I don't know what was in his contract.
Sure.
He's currently sitting a month, we're about a month in here, currently sitting at 705 subscribers. Okay.
Well, here's what I want to know. How did he get that check mark? His verified check mark? Is that just a perk of being part of
Chris Shillzilla.
I'm sorry. Why would I even doubt?
He's the darling of CNN online content. Of course he gets a check mark. 705 subscribers. That's okay. That's fine. That's a fine start, Chris.
I'm looking at his videos, and it goes from, the So What, which started 3 weeks ago. Then he has an introduction to So What. Then before that, it was 13 years ago when he published a video. And he's got a bunch of stuff between 13 and 15 years ago. A young, spry-looking Chris
so maybe
making
it was
videos.
Like a relaunch?
I think he just went back to his original channel. So, there's tons of videos of him from way back when.
Good point. Yeah, it looks like he had maybe it was his personal channel 13 years ago. He was maybe those are the videos that got him to the job at
CNN.
Not CNN.
Oh, it was early.
I think it was Washington Post or something. I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong on his birthday. Let me pull up.
Well, maybe he can correct us. Correct us, Chris, if we got it wrong.
I would love for Chris to start correcting me on all sorts of things, Christopher. I've reached out many times. Now, things I don't think are happening as quickly for Chris as any of us would hope, since his CNN departure. He still has over 600,000 Twitter followers.
What is up with that?
It's crazy, especially considering his tweets get on the regular less engagement than mine do. And I have 1,400 followers on Twitter. I'm a baby. I'm a Twitter baby. So what is the deal? Are these bots? What's up with the low engagement?
You need to blame right-wing extremist Elon Musk for turning off the bots on Twitter when he took over, and Chris's jig is up on Twitter. Apparently 600,200 and
you think they're bots, or do you think he's getting shadow banned or something? He has his blue check mark, so he should be getting lots of attention.
Yeah, well, maybe he's flagged for other reasons. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Or maybe who knows? Lots of options. I don't know why. The numbers don't make sense, Chris. Another thing I would love for you to explain. Now, his YouTube page, what is it called? Chris Shillzilla. It's very simple. Chris Shillzilla. He's got his new show called So What? That is also the name of his new Substack, right?
Something like that.
Substack.
Yeah.
So is it called So What? We should get it right, because
I'd let him tell me. So what? Yeah, a deeply depressing chart of the future of media. So
right.
chrisshillzilla.substack.com. So I don't know if it's properly. Well, yeah, maybe it's titled So What at the top. So
yeah, I think that's sort of the branding he's got on it. So what? Okay. So by the way, another gift, Chris. So Chris is sort of trying his best to leverage the Twitter algorithms in all sorts of ways. One of the ways he's doing this, and I want to look into it to see if this is real or not, he is making threads. A lot of his tweets are threads, where you put a series of tweets together.
Yeah.
And you usually do this when you have much more to write about than you can fit in 240 characters, right? You'll do 1, 240 characters, 2, 240 characters, 3, 240 characters. But these tweets he's doing have like 8 words in them. He has a whole thread on Twitter that's like 6. It's separated out into 4 or 5 different tweets, and they're all like 8 words. He can put them in one tweet. I don't know why he's doing this thread thing. I think maybe he's onto something with the algos that we don't know about.
Well,
because otherwise it makes no sense.
It could be an old algorithmic trick that maybe is not working as much anymore, because out of the series I'm looking at here with his birthday tweet, he's got 12,000 views, 34 likes on his birthday request tweet, which, come on, folks, give him a little more love on his birthday. But then his series of tweets, it shows that the first tweet, the second one in the thread here, 1,800 views, third one, 5,900 views, and then his link has 6,335 views, but they all only have 7, 6, 8 hearts or whatever. So maybe he's trying to, instead of one post,
the views go into the algo or something
somehow. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
I think he is onto something. I'm sure he's doing this for a reason, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Well, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has a reason. But here it is, folks. His tweet this morning at 8:22 a.m. Thread 1 out of 4. He says, "Today is my birthday, and I have a request for you."
It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Next tweet in the thread. "Take 1 minute and sign up for my new @Substack Inc. newsletter. It's mostly free," he says.
his parentheticals is off. He's got 2 closing parentheticals, but only 1 opening.
You're right. He's missing an opening parenthetical. That's okay. He doesn't have the CNN, resources anymore to get his parentheticals right. Okay, so the whole next thing. So he has a Substack. He's announcing as a birthday gift, he wants us to subscribe to it. Third tweet, "I write about politics, culture, and my life. Usually 2 posts a day."
Wow, busy man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
2 posts a day, usually. A lot of, he is putting a lot of sort of usually, mostly type of stuff. That's okay. He's independent now. He's not beholden to any corporate
Don't you love that freedom, Chris?
I hope he does. I hope he sticks with it. And then fourth tweet says, "It's fun and," parenthetical, "I hope, informative. You can sign up for free here." Chris,
you got to exude more confidence.
You got to have some more confidence, buddy.
Have more confidence about being informative.
Too much.
I hope it's at least the fun part. Hey, you can have fun, but I don't know.
What is the phrase for that sort of rhetoric? It's not a disclaimer. It's not a.
I don't know.
He's sort of hedging his bets a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not exuding very much confidence.
No.
So Chris, come on, buddy. You're in the Wild West now. You got to exude confidence. You got to survive out here in the independent media space. You got to be confident. No more of these parentheticals, buddy.
Okay.
And then he has a link here to So What, his Chris Shillzilla Substack. I don't have a Substack. Yeah, how do you sign up for this sort of stuff?
I did, and then I got all blocked out of it, so I don't know what the thing is. They told me that I violated something. I haven't even posted anything on Substack, so. And then I like your solution.
Oh, you're saying separately.
Me personally, I tried to start my but it's hilarious because I like what you told me. You said just start a new Substack.
I thought you should just start a new Substack.
In principle, it's making me upset. So I don't know.
Okay, so here's the thing. I just plugged in my email. I was gonna subscribe to his Substack because
here's what I'll do for Chris. I am not following him. Yeah. I'm not following him on Twitter. So happy birthday, Chris! I'm going to do it live on air. Here it is. Boom.
Oh, good.
Following Chris.
We'll both do it. Just in case anybody's wondering, $5 a month gets you subscriber-only posts and full archive and posts and comments and join the community. For $50 a year, you can get subscriber-only posts, full archive, post comments, and join the community. And it's 17% cheaper. Founding member. Ooh.
This is how we take over the Shillzilla estate. We slowly creep in. We sponsor. We make demands. We'll be the advertisers.
We can be his corporate sponsor.
Yeah.
Okay. To be a founding member of Chris Shillzilla's Substack, we get the subscriber only posts and full archive and post comments and join the community. That doesn't seem like there's any benefit to be a founding member. Chris, you gotta put some sort of benefit there. I don't know why I would do this. $240 a year. Ooh. To be a founding member. Well, there's also the free option. I'm going with that. Continue without paying. Here we go. Recommended by So What? Okay, I don't want this. I don't want the recommendations. I'm here for you, Chris. I'm not here for anybody else. Oh, there's a subscriber chat. Okay, I'm in. I'm now subscribed to Chris Shillzilla's Substack. I've considered this. Maybe I should become a founding member. I don't know if producers would enjoy their support being spent that way, but it's part of my job. It's a business expense. We could write it off. I got to keep up with Chris. It's part of my job.
So
we'll discuss that later.
Part of his blog post, or not blog post, his Substack. I'm sorry. Let me be more accurate here. His Substack was his surprise that so many people distrust mainstream media. And
yes. So I quoted, by the way, I quote tweeted this tweet of his. On this tweet, he last checked, let's see, he has 5 likes out of his 622,000 followers.
You must be his only quote tweet. There's one quote tweet. That must be it.
I am the only quote tweet. That's right. I am almost always his only quote tweet. I am the most prolific Chris Shillzilla participant that's on Twitter right now. And he said, he wrote an article. I didn't read it, but I looked at the chart. A deeply depressing chart.
I actually read it, Chris. Okay.
Well, good. I want to hear what you said.
Okay.
Okay. You tell me about it. This is a deeply depressing chart on the future of media. And I quote tweeted him. I hope he took it in the right way. I did mention that you can take the man out of corporate media and you can't take the corporate media out of the man. But this might be the article, it's kind of feels like he's trying to get back into corporate media with this. But you read it. Tell me what was the deal?
Okay, so it's titled A Deeply Depressing Chart on the Future of Media, subtitle Oomph. And he talks about how he was wearing an America Needs Journalist shirt and how he was getting all kinds of different looks from people. And then he cites this Knight Foundation and Gallup poll. And he talks about the triple whammy of bad, which is that the media has the resources to cover the stories fairly and accurately, but they not only don't do that, but they actively, quote, intend to mislead, misinform, and persuade the public. That's what this people that took this poll believe. And then news organizations do not care. Triple
whammy of bad?
Yes, this is triple whammy of bad. So he is not embracing his independence right now.
I have been following this individual, this media professional for years now. Triple whammy of bad is the most Chris Shillzilla thing that has ever been typed out on an American computer. I just want to put that out there. Well, I want Chris to feel seen.
Yeah, well, the sports ball, well, I mean, it's not exact sports ball, but you got your 3 strikes and out kind of mentality there,
Sure.
But anyway, so he goes through all this stuff and people, all the propaganda, Tucker Carlson spreading fake news and all this kind of stuff. And then at the very end, he says, unfortunately, we are already further down that road, which is distrust of mainstream media. And it's currently in the political interest of the Republican Party to push the idea that the media can't be trusted. What's the solution? In short term.
Wait, he's saying the not trusting the media is a Republican Party gambit?
Yes.
Chris, you can't do this, man. You know better, Chris. All right.
Well, he says the media is that their media deserves some blame. And he says, we do. Actually, this is an interesting paragraph. That's not that's not to say the media doesn't bear some blame. We do. He considers himself media.
He considers himself still a member of the mainstream corporate legacy media.
He says, not everyone is in journalism for the right reasons. There are bad apples, and even good reporters make mistakes, miscalculations, or just miss something they shouldn't miss. But the facts don't change this one. A society with the free and independent media is a much stronger society. The erosion of trust in the press, wherever its origins, poses an existential threat to democracy. And we're much further along because the Republicans keep pushing this idea that media can't be trusted. What's the solution in short term? I have no idea. Thanks, Chris. In the long term, it's a commitment to transparency in journalism. Okay.
Yeah.
Showing our work so that people know they can have faith in it. Maybe. Period. End of article.
Yep. That's a Chris Shillzilla, Chris Shillzilla.
Definitely the uncertainty,
article.
passive aggressive. Maybe it's helpful or informative. I don't know.
He's identifying. He's still identifying. Chris,
yeah, he does.
I'm here for you, Chris. You got to go independent, buddy. You cannot. They're not going to let you back in.
Well, he might be.
I want them to let Chris back in.
Sure.
I hope he can get back in because he is like he's my lifeline to a lot of these.
Well, I think he sees the cash flow and he sees where the biggest rivers or the I don't know, waterfalls of cash flow are, and it's not independent media.
Well, it could be Substack. It says
could be Substack, yeah.
His Substack says he has over 4,000 Substack followers.
That's pretty good.
Now, how many of those are paying? I don't know. But I will say he gets more engagement on his Substack likes and stuff than he does on Twitter. So, out of his 4,000 Substack followers, he got 36 likes on the Deeply Depressing Chart article. That's something.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Well.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris. By the way, Chris's new book is coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody just
do a chapter
know
by
that.
Chapter review. Are we going to get the breakdown?
It's called Power Players: Sports, Politics, and the American Presidency.
Oh.
It's a book about presidents who play golf.
Oh,
At least that's what it used to be about.
This might be an in, Basil.
It's
I'm
a golf
watching the
book.
sports. Sports did good. Ooh, did the ball go?
It's available for pre-order on sale April 18th. So, yeah, maybe if he's going on the podcast circuit to promote his book, we can get him on the podcast.
I think it's more than golf. I think it's all sports, it looks like.
Could be.
Because it's got Obama playing, with the basketball. It's got Bush Jr. with the baseball throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah,
Trump in WWE. Kennedy with the golf club. Okay, so yeah.
He wrote an article about it once, and he specifically was talking about how golf is like, I don't know. He mentioned the same sort of idea about golf being like a through line in American politics. I didn't know it was about all sports. I thought it was about golf.
Oh, maybe there's something there. Yeah.
I love how, he has Trump, notorious golfer, like infamous golfing man.
He owns a whole resort with his own golf course.
It's multiple golf courses. Yeah. And the picture chosen for Trump on the front of the book is him at a wrestling match.
Holding up the arm of some nebulous wrestler.
Yeah, wrestling is Trump's,
Well, Chris is making
sport.
the point that, it's all of Trump
it's all for show.
Kayfabe. Maybe if I send video of my golf swing from my first day golfing in 35 years to Chris and be like, hey, give me some presidential tips, give me some stuff that can get me in with the.
I think Chris has a lot to teach both of us, Gons, and I hope he understands my good personal friend, Chris Shillzilla. I hope that doesn't count as liable or defamatory or something.
I don't think so.
But
we give this guy a lot of airtime.
Look, I'm not saying that Chris isn't my good, close personal friend, but I am saying he will deny it. He will deny that we are close personal friends. And that's just how we get along. That's like our joke together. Is he pretends to not know me, and he's the most important person in my life.
You should wear that whole apparatus with the VR headset and the googly eyes, as you do in your daily life, and just plan it so you bump into him at a Starbucks or something. Hey,
manufacture some sort of meat.
Yes,
a meat cute.
Yeah.
Can I get a meat cute? I'm sorry, producers. Some of the producer funds are going to manufacture a theatrical meet cute with Chris Shillzilla. I might need to buy him coffee.
Oh boy.
Or maybe if it's something cute, like I accidentally spill like my hot chocolate on his shirt or something, I'll have to pay for a new shirt for Chris, but it'll be worth it. It's all in the name
I do
of we both want the same thing, Chris and I. We both want to
you guys
restore journalistic integrity in the American news, corporate news.
Now his Twitter profile says today is their birthday. Does Chris identify as a they or the?
Like the Twitter.
Yeah, a little profile
headline.
It's got Washington D.C. joined in 2008. And
today is their birthday.
Their birthday.
That's a good question. It's probably like that for everybody.
Sure.
It's probably just an ease of code or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. Another great question that I would love to ask Chris Shillzilla in person. Chris, look, I know this will eventually make it to you. We're gonna clip this happy birthday message. We sincerely wish you a happy birthday. Everybody listening, our entire fan base, we're huge fans, some for different reasons than others. And I swear to you, if anybody is mean to Chris on his birthday, I will call down the full force of the canarium upon you. But who knows? Somebody in his orbit will listen to this, and I just want to make an offer. You're in the independent news media space. Stay there. Don't go back. You don't need to go back. You don't need to. They have you convinced, they have you brainwashed that you need them more than they need you, Chris, and it's not true. You can make it in the independent space. I believe in you, and to help you out, come on the podcast. I promise you it will be a puff piece on Chris Shillzilla. We'll get you some followers. We'll get some paying Substack people. I guarantee it. Just answer my emails. And if you meet a man at the Starbucks wearing a VR headset and googly eyes, it's a meet cute, and just go along with it.
Don't be like Lot's wife, Chris. You'll turn into a pillar of salt.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, Gons. Don't look back. It is the Lord's wrath will turn you to salt or something.
Something, yeah. There you go.
All right. Happy birthday to the one, the only Chris Shillzilla. Everybody go wish him a happy birthday, and keep a lookout for his book on April 18th about golf or whatever.
Golf or whatever.